Good evening, everyone. Happy Dashera. I welcome you all to GRE Preparation Made Easy Verbal Reasoning class by Mrs. Annapurna Murugan. Here are a few instructions for the participants. Make sure you have a stable internet connection and a noise-free environment. We recommend you to use your earphones for best experience. Also, respect your instructor, your classmates, and yourself. Do not write anything inappropriate on the chat box. Also, we have three packages: bronze, silver, and gold. If you upgrade to silver and gold, you'll get extra benefits like evaluated mock tests and Expo University recommendations and so on. We also have free profile evaluation with our experts, comprehensive evaluation, university shortlisting, course recommendation, and doubt clearance. We have live IELTS classes that is from Monday to Friday, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. It is a 4-week course. We also have free Duolingo classes Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. It is a 2-week course. We also have the gold package starting from rupees 499 with extra benefits. You can contact us to get all the other details. Here are a few achievements. This is the Ubergrad website. You can select the country, course, and specialization. When you go on Explore, you can select the countries, universities, courses, and exams to get all the information. When you go on Solution, we have free profile evaluation, talk to the counselor, country recommendation, and course recommendation. We also have test preparation store for IELTS, GRE, and Duolingo. Additional services and weekly blogs are uploaded. You can go through them. To contact us, you can call us, WhatsApp us, or mail us. When you go on My Test Preparation and click on GRE View Course, we have weekly recordings and handouts are uploaded for verbal ability for say. We have the handout and recordings, and I'll be sharing the link on chat box. In case of any other doubt, you may ask through the chat box. Thank you. Ma'am, you may take over.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, guys. Good evening. I hope you people had a great day. Yes. Yeah. So, as you know, yesterday we discussed basic things about reading comprehension, what exactly reading comprehensions are, and how they are presented, and what are the key things that we need to do in the beginning. That means, as soon as we get any reading comprehension, what is that we need to do? We need to summarize. And even I probably said you about like how to summarize. We use a basic skimming method, so wherein we'll be concentrating on first sentence, last sentence, and so to get the basic idea or what exactly the paragraph is talking about. So that will be doing, or that will be getting by using our skimming process. And why it is necessary skimming process? First of all, we get that connection with the passage, isn't it? See, even if we all are on this platform, what is that bonding us together? That connection, isn't it? So that connection, even not that like you people need to have the class, but along with the class, the connection that we have. Okay, so and how did we get that connection? So I wanted to create connection with you people. That's the reason, like what we addressed, and even you people patiently, you people started understanding the language, everything. So that means on both the ends we have connection. That is how we people are surviving on this platform. Okay, so but in the same way, if you have to survive on the passage, that means if you have to answer all the questions based on passage, first thing what you need to do, you need to have that comfort level. How you can gain that comfort level? By understanding what is happening there. So why I'm using the word happening there means because you know that in the passages that you are going to get, that means GRE passages, whatever you are going to get, so they basically will have a flowing information, It is not just focus. See, even though there is one main topic, there is one main argument, okay, the passage will be based on, but there is a movement of this argument, okay, the argument will be moving here. So that is why it is a flow of information will be having. Why? Because these are all practical passages. These practical and factual passages will be called as flowing passages. Why? The ideas, the argument flows there, okay. So that understanding we need to have. We need to understand that flow of argument so that we can connect well to the passage. By doing this connection, so what we will be able to, we'll be knowing, at least we'll have that feeble idea, okay, I'm not saying exact idea, at least we'll have that feeble idea in which paragraph what they are dealing with. All together, when you combine all this information together, you get what? You get your main idea or the main purpose why author is presenting so the passage. You will understand that. This much is more than enough for us to solve all the types of questions. That means what? I'm not telling with only summary you can answer all the question, but you can actually answer few questions on summary, but few other questions can be easily checked in our paragraph. Why? You will be knowing in which paragraph what idea they are discussing. So therefore, based upon the question, you can directly jump onto the passage. That means it saves the time also. That is the reason the first and foremost thing that we need to focus on is what? Summarizing. Don't go for the question. First, you summarize your passage, whatever you get. That gives you the comfort. And also I have seen so few students planning and deciding that, okay, we won't be doing economic based passages, we won't be doing mythological based passages, because that is tough for me, I don't know anything about that, I'll not be able to do. Please don't decide all these things by yourself. Why? We don't require any extra knowledge here, okay. Remember, we won't be requiring any extra knowledge about any particular topic or subject. Why? Everything that question requires, the answer will be presented in the paragraph itself. Okay. So therefore, don't avoid attempting any passage. Why? We don't require any extra knowledge. Whatever the knowledge that is given in the passage, that's more than enough for us to answer the questions here. Just give me 1 second. Now, the types of question. So once you summarize what you need to do, the next method is to understand the question. See, and not that you need to read all the questions at a time. And you people know that in this one, reading comprehension, you will be having MCQs. That means you need to pick one answer correct. Now, what is that common mistake we do? We read the question, we read immediately the options. And we feel that, oh, we have done with the question. We have, ma'am had told us to read the question. We have read the question. So now we directly read the options and we'll try to tick. You will do that and you will see that maximum question goes wrong. Why this is happening? Even though you would have 2-3 times understood the passage, but still your answer will go wrong. Why? Because the method itself, what you people are doing, is the wrong method. I'll justify why it is the wrong method. I told very what is that bluntly that it is wrong method, but I need to tell why it is wrong method. See, what is our human memory? The instant memory. When you read question, so you will remember that question idea. But when you immediately read something else, don't you think your question idea will be manipulated there? That means the question idea's memory will faint off. We'll be having the memory or the knowledge of other things what we read post your question reading. Because of which what happens? you will not have the completeness of the question, and you will not have the completeness of the options. So and also the time is also, what is that, one of the important thing, because of which, so half read question and half read choices will make us to pick the wrong idea, or will make us to pick the nearest idea, or will make us to pick something which is not appropriate to the question. Yeah. So what we need to do. And also, one more big mistake what we do is, whenever we read the question, we try to mark the keywords. Yesterday also I said this. So marking keywords is a bad habit. Why it is a bad habit? See, when you mark a keyword, you will try to take that keyword and you will try to search in the paragraph the keyword only. But you people know, in yesterday's class only I said, so the first, whoever is the writer of the passage will not be the person who presents the question. That means the question presenter is absolutely an other person. So when compared to the passage builder, okay. So that means what? Their language will be different. And in fact, they are making the questions for the test. They won't be giving the same, this one, words and all, which will make the things easier here. So they obviously try to give some kind of trap. Hence, they won't be using the same words, same sentences, and same instances. They try to, what is that, present the same idea, but all together with different words and different sentences. So what is the point of using a keyword there? When the keyword is not available, or when the keyword is purposely put at a wrong instance there, because of which you may pick different answer. So only we say, while you read the question, what is that you need to focus on? You need to identify question idea. That means you need to understand what is the question requirement, or what is the question requirement. Okay. When you understand this question requirement, you will be able to determine what is the question type we have. We won't be having only one question type, remember here. Will not be having just one question type. We'll be having, so almost 9 to 10 different types of questions. Which are those question types? Remember, if possible, you people make a note of them also. Why? Each question type will be approached in different way. Why? Because the requirement of the question is completely different. Each question will have a different requirement. Hence, what happens here? So our way of approach to answer each question type is also different. First and foremost, main idea question. See, I'll just first tell you what are the different types of question. The first type of question is main idea question. The second type of question is tone of the author question. Okay, I'll explain each one of them. The third one is specific fact or specific detailed question. As the name itself says here, like the questions are so very clear that you will understand what is the requirement from the this one. Here it is specific detailed or specific fact question. That means they will be focusing on one particular idea and they will be asking question on that particular thing here. And then we have implied question. This is complicated. Implied or inference. So both under RCs as well as short passages you will be finding, and they are quite this one challenging. Hence, so for difficult level, you people may get this implied and inferences question. So if in case when you give your test, if you have more number of implied or inference question, that means you can aram se feel that your first section has gone very well. So you people have got difficult level question. And then comes, I will be talking about structural or technique based question. this is also quite what is that a tricky question. It will be asking what is the structure or what is the technique. So that is based on the, like, that is based in the construction of the passage. That means it is reasoning. Okay, this is based on reasoning. So, and then this is also like one of the toughest question, I can say, extrapolation question. Extrapolation is nothing like analogous question. Okay, you need to compare the author's idea with other similar situations. Okay, so that means you're analogous, like it is just like analogous questions that we are going to do. Negative or exception questions, very common. It comes under moderate or easy level questions. Okay, which one? Negative or exception questions. Even contextual definition questions also, it comes under easy or moderate level. And even the command of evidence also comes under this. But right now we don't have questions for graphic levels. Okay, graphic based questions for GRE verbal we are not going to have. Now let me tell you each question type. See, it may be theoretical, but it is very, very important. If you don't understand this, okay, you will be seeing that you may not have, so what is that, perfection on your questions. Then you will should not struggle. And also let me tell you the purpose of knowing all the question types. You may be telling, ma'am, just we need to answer the passage. Why is that we need to know all different types of questions and everything? First of all, if you know all the different types of questions and if you start practicing, you will get that smoothness in solving the paper. But if you haven't even watched what you're practicing, why you're practicing, what are the different types of questions that you need to practice, that means what? So we are practicing blindly. That means on the exam day, so if any other type of questions which were not discussed, so then you may land up not answering those questions. So therefore you need to know them, how many types of questions they are going to give and what are those and how you need to approach them. That is one of the important thing. Okay, so the first method was what? Summarization. Post summarization, remember the method sequence that you people need to do here. Now you will be doing main idea question. What is this main idea question? Main idea question is nothing but it talks about a main idea in the sense what. So it will be what is the main purpose? What is the central idea? So what could be the primary purpose? That means main idea means why did author construct or build the passage? Or what is that author is trying to describe there? Or what is the main purpose of building the passage or presenting the article? So main idea means what is that main thing that has made this passage to evolve? So that is what we need to identify. Main idea when you will be getting, when you know what has been discussed prominently. And don't you think the summary that you will be having will have a main idea? Yes or no? It will be, right? Why? Already you know in each paragraph what idea is discussed and all together what they are discussing. Obviously, summary only will give, na? And you people have already done with the summary. And that means what? For your main idea question, your summary itself is your main answer, isn't it? Why? You people already know in which paragraph what is there and what is the combined information they want to speak about. You people perfectly know that particular thing. If that is the case here, okay, if that is the case, so what we need to do here? So that means no need of any extra effort. If at all they ask the main idea, you know what is the summary. That summary you come and compare with the options. Okay, the option that matches 100% with the summary of the passage, so then that will be your main idea answer. That means, so they will be basically asking what is the main idea, central idea, or even they will be asking, so what is the title of the passage they can give, or even they may ask the question in the first paragraph, what is the main idea they are discussing. In the second paragraph, what idea has been discussed, how first paragraph is different from second paragraph. All these questions you people can answer only with your summary line. Okay, so now when we solve it, you people will be knowing them. Yes, definitely using the summary, you people can just get the answer. But how does this main idea question looks at? Do you think they always use the word main idea here? So they won't be using always the word main idea. What is that they do here? So they give the main idea questions in this form. So what is that form we have? So we have here in this passage, the author is primarily concerned with which of the following would be the most appropriate title for the given argument. The main point of the passage is to, the author's primary purpose in this passage is to, the chief theme of the passage can be best described as, which of the following statement best expresses the main idea. And you can take up the other questions also. What is the central idea of the passage? Why did the author build this passage? Okay, so all these things directing towards what is the main idea that we have here. Okay, so it is directing what towards the concept, what is the main idea that we basically have here. So for all these things, what is the solution? Your summary. Remember, for main idea, summary is the solution, isn't it? So, and how, whether you people have the summary already? Yes. So before even reading the question, you people know the summary here. So because you know the summary here, what happens? We can say that, so our passage, okay, basically we'll have very easily main idea questions answer. And also our effort or our reading effort will be less. Why? Already we do have our own, this one, what is that, summary, that we can answer. The this one, options that matches 100% will tell you about your summary there. Now, how do you recognize this thing? See, basically, how, if you're finding who or what is the passage about, just answer this question. What aspect of the subject is talking about? Who or what is the passage is all about is topic. What aspect of the subject, that is the argument. Okay, and how is he taking about, that is the flow of the argument. That means altogether what it is the summary here. And now you people see that we have given some of the words, okay, that can direct that these are your, this one, what is that, main idea. They use some of the words like bolster, delineate, depict, okay, so and so discredit, so and document, elaborate, so endorse, exemplify, illustrate, refute. All these things gives us the direction what exactly the author is talking about. Okay, so now let me repeat main idea question. So we'll be asking for what is the main purpose of the passage, and we have discussed all the different form of questions that can come. So where the answer is just your summary line. That means we don't require to reread the passage again. With whatever the summary we have, we can answer this question. That means once you have the summary, then you go and look at your this one, options. The option that matches 100%, they will be your this one. Okay, and the next thing, tone of the author question. This comes, this question, the difficulty level, let me tell you, it comes between moderate to difficult. Okay, it is not definitely easy. It is not easy, but it comes what? So moderate to this one, what is that, equal it may come. So what does that mean? Moderate to difficult means the tone of the author. See, when we write any text messages only, you people can see that we definitely, what is that, we get confused, isn't it? What they are telling, we will not understand what is the emotion of the author there. So therefore, in a writing, in the, what is that, in the passage, how do you understand what is the emotional condition of the author there? Whether he is aggressive, whether he is analytical, whether he is criticizing, whether he is happy, whether he is bombastic, whether he is what, cynical, whether what is the language, what is the tone, what is the emotion associated with the author while he is presenting the passage there. So this is quite, what is that, tricky, isn't it? When we speak, when you hear to someone speaking, you can easily say that, oh, this person is in an arguing mode, this person is excited to speak, this person is not, what is that, is not interested to present what is presenting. So you people will come to know all of these things when you hear to someone. But so when you just read something, how do you understand the tone of the author? The first and foremost thing, guys, so transition words are the keys here. What you need to do is you need to see the development of the passage. Again, I'm telling, see, if it is not specific, detailed tone questions, if it is asking the overall tone of the author of the passage, so then what? The summary itself can help you. Why? You know how the movement is happening, isn't it? You know how the things are happening there. So, but if they ask on a specific topic or a specific sentence, what is the tone, then you need to get back to that particular sentence, and then you need to, what is that, see there, what is the transition words and what are the different kinds of words they are using. That means here, most importantly, tone of the author. First, definitely you need to understand whether the given question is asking you the attitude of the author, this one, or emotional condition of author while presenting the things. Along with that, you need to get back to the passage where this question idea is there. Wherever that question idea is there, you read that complete part properly. There only you will come to know what is the movement of the sentence happening. Depending upon this movement of the sentence, we can decide what is the basic idea of the author. But before that, when you summarize itself, so you people try to understand what is the tone of the author throughout the passage, because that again hints us so what exactly it is happening. Okay, and how does the tone of the author question appears? You can see here the author's attitude towards contemporary cinema. They won't use always the tone here. What they do, they use the word like attitude. Don't think that, oh, this is theory, so it is not very much important, guys. When they ask other than tone, don't you think if they ask something else using something, some other words, so you will be confused, right? What question it is? You should not get confused. That's the reason. So all the questions which requires, so the emotional condition of the author has been collected here. Okay, you can see here like author's attitude towards contemporary cinema. The passage regards the idea of modern artistic activity. See, regards is again what does he think? Okay, what does author feel, think? Attitude is response. The author's attitude to the problem can be described. Which of the following best describes the author's tone? The author's tone in the passage is that of a person attempting to. The author's presentation is marked by a tone of. See, everywhere they are asking is emotional condition. Okay. If they are asking the emotional condition, what is that we need to see? So we need to see that transition word, and as well the words they have used to present that sentence. These two things are very, 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 very important when we are talking about the tone of the author questions here. Now, we have some of the, this one, what is that? So words, so which can help you to understand the different tones here. Okay. So aloof is what? Standoff. That means you're just aloof. You're indifferent to something. Ambivalent is what? So having two minds. Okay. Unable to decide. Brisk is what? Abrupt. Okay. So just rudeness. Cautionary is what? Conveying a warning. Compassionate, this attitude is sympathetic. Okay. Condensation is what? Patronizing behavior. Cynical means the one who feels only he is correct, others are not correct. Okay. Defensive is what? Self-justifying, constantly protecting oneself from criticism. Detachment is what? Aloofness. That means we are not no more connected with something. Okay. So this is these are some of the different tones that we have. So here you can see we have given almost all possible tones of the this one words. But yes, definitely you people need to know the different tones. The different tones should be harsh, okay, then happy, sad, so cynical, so then evilness, ambivalent, so and then we can say indifferent. Okay. So all these things we can have as a different tones here. Now, specific detailed questions, what happens? The questions will be focusing on one particular idea, and about that idea they will be asking these questions. Why that idea is there? What is the purpose of that idea? What is the meaning of that idea? What is basically what is the this one importance of that idea in the sentence? Other than this, we'll not have anything about that specific detail. Remember that. So if they are asking, if they are focusing on one particular idea, what are the possibilities they will be asking? They will be asking why that idea is there, what is the purpose, how it is connected to the previous or the next idea or to the main idea. So only these questions will be asked, right? You can see here. See, they are asking the same thing. The author refers to the example phrase in 5. Why? In order to. In order to means why that example phrase has been used there. According to the passage, the critics considered the ideas found in the novelist's work to be. That means what did critics find? So whatever the idea that is present in the novel. The author states all of the following except something. Okay. The author states all of the following about something except one. That means there is one idea which is not present in the passage with regards to that particular thing. So which of the following is true? So all these things are what? Specific fact, detailed questions. Okay. Here the best part is you people already, because of the summary, you know in which part what idea is there. So if they ask that specific detail, you can just, what is that? Oh, I know this idea is present in the third paragraph. Let me go and pick up the third paragraph directly. Yesterday I showed you people also. So that is what you need to do. And wherever that idea is there, try to read that part in detail. When you read that, only that part in detail, you will understand what is the meaning, and then that idea there only your answer is there. That answer you come and compare with the options, so you will be getting 100% answer there. Now, question types we saw. Some of the words related to specific detail also it is given. Please go through them. Okay. Hypothetical, incompatible, indicative, so innovative. So all these things are there. Now, implied and inference question. Guys, these are challenging. Implied and inference in the sense what? It is trying to imply something. unstated idea. You need to pick up unstated idea, implied in the sense what? Something indirectly shown. Okay, that is not directly shown, it is indirectly shown. That means unstated idea or indirectly said idea. What is the inference of this class, particularly today's class? What is the inference of this class? I am teaching you people all the different types of what is that questions. Why is that we are focusing on different types of question? What is that you people imply from this? This implies that knowing different types of questions plays crucial role in getting scores on GRE. Or like in GRE, we'll be having different types of questions. Hence, so you need to know completely what are these questions, how they appear. That means with regards to GRE, so different types of questions plays crucial role. That also we can imply. That is the reason I'm giving you different. Otherwise, I could have picked up directly the passages and I could have just picked the answers here. But why are we taking that pain to explain the different types of questions? Because you people need to know what are these different types, how they are different from each other, where exactly we may get this answer. So all these things we are narrating. Why? To make your life easy on your GRE RCs. Okay, amplification is what? To make life on GRE easy. So that is a broader implication that I can say. One more good example I would like to give you is, so during COVID, so what happened? Government declared lockdown. What was the unsaid idea about lockdown? It is not just to lock, or it is not just like if we lock up people, so the disease will not be spread. What was the purpose? The disease was spread because human was interacting. That means the disease was contagious. So if we have, so what is that? If we don't have lockdown, the disease can be spread to everyone, and the controlling of this disease would become difficult. So they had to stop the spread. To stop the spread, they declared your lockdown. It is not like it was not keeping people inside or not curing the disease. The main purpose was what? To stop the spread of the disease. Why lockdown? The government did not say us. Government declared lockdown. But so it should be understood, or it was understood by all of us, that government has declared lockdown. Why? To stop the spread of disease. Okay, so that was the inference that we gained from that idea. So this inference, why it is tough and why it is important, and why you get more inference questions when you see RCs, you people will be getting more inference question. Why is that? Because it is the day-to-day requirement. Depending upon the logic, depending upon the author's idea, what is that unstated idea that you need to recognize? That means every idea have this inference. Every main idea will be indirectly focusing on something, and that focus we need to pick up here. Okay, so inference what? And one more thing, inference answer will not be directly indirectly present in the passage. Why? It is unstated idea. So the idea that you're choosing as an answer for inference will be what? It will not be present in passage, but the logic of inference and the logic of the passage will be matching. Only in that way you can choose. Why? Because we know that any statement that is not present so in the passage could be your inference. That means what? That we cannot randomly pick up any unstated ideas. We need to see that these unstated ideas, whether they connect with each other or not, whether they connect with the ideas or not, that is what we need to find out. So, yeah, how these questions will be, how these things will be, it can be inferred from the passage that in evaluating the scientist theory, some of the critics were. That means when we were evaluating scientist theory, there were some theories which were something. Okay, what is that? We need to get back to that spot. We need to read that spot and understand what the author is trying to say. And also look at the different forms. See, you need to know all the types, how these questions will be asked. You cannot just randomly, what is that? Okay, inference question, I'll go and answer. No, you need to know how it is asked. That is the reason we have seen, we have collected all the different ways of asking the inference question. The passage suggests if the predictions of the geological department were to be true, it would be what? Okay, the author implies that. So here, what is that we have? So the author implies that. And the next thing that we have here, so according to the passage, it is likely that the passage is most likely directed towards an audience. See, most likely directed. Here we don't have inference word only, but it is asking to whom this passage is focused on. That means what? It is directly, it is asking you. So indirectly, to which audience this passage is meant for. So all these questions are inference question. When we have this inference question, we need to look for the idea that is out of the passage, but yet it is logically related to our this one passage. Okay, so that's what we need to keep in mind here. Okay, and the next thing that we have here, structural or technical based question. Here they may ask, so how the passage is connected, how first passage is connected to first paragraph is connected to second paragraph, what is the figure of speech they are using. Okay, or they may even ask how the second paragraph is connected to the entire idea. That means here you need to, again, this can be well answered with our summary only. Why? Because so if it is asking for paragraphs, but if it is asking for sentence, definitely you need to get back to those sentence and see how it is happening. Okay, so which of the following best describes the structure of the passage? That means whether it is critical, whether it is analytical. So, what it is. So, you need to present here. Okay. And then, which of the following best describes the organization of 17 to 23? So, how these lines, whether they are acting as a evidence, whether they are acting as explanation, or whether they are acting as the conclusion for the main idea, so that we need to understand. Okay, so that means what? Structure is basically asking you how these paragraphs are connected or how the sentences are connected. That means which one is acting as what. So that is the structure or technique based question. So you can see, like, will have some of the this one like this. Okay, some of the words: abstract, analog, antithesis. That means if it is going opposite, we can say that it is antithesis, or whether it is argumentative, whether it is assertive, that means positive, whether it is pessimistic, whether it is optimistic, whether like they are connected as evidence, so explanatory, expository, generalization, narrative. So these things we need to understand here. Okay, and the next thing that we have here is what? Extrapolation question, analogous question. Analogous question, let me give you very simple thing here. The analogous question is nothing but, see, for example, This one, what is that? We have Karnataka, Bangalore, capital. Okay. So now Tamil Nadu dash. What you will be saying? Chennai. Analogous. Same like this. For one, whatever the logic is there, for that one example, they'll be giving. Now, for the another logic, you need to pick one more example there. Okay. So that is how. So that means what? For the given logic, you pick one related example. So that is your analogous situation. That means when you're picking the analogous situation, what is that you need to focus on? You need to focus on the concept, what is the logic is. So, and whatever the option you are picking up, so your option should directly connect with the logic. Okay. So that is what we need to do here in this question. Okay. Negative or exception, that is nothing but all of this is there but except one. That means you need to pick out the odd one out. That is your negative question. And definition questions, though, you people know. So what is the meaning according to the passage of this? Okay. So with related to passage, how they are using the word there. That is the contextual definitions that we are going to have. Okay. Next, command of evidence is nothing but how the previous paragraph is supporting the question, or how the previous question is helping to define the next question. All these things will be what is that asked as a command of evidence. Now, here we have all these options. Now, you people saw the different types of questions that you guys have, but you need to know what options also. See, the one thing is summarize the passage. After summarizing, you need to go to the question. And once you go to the question, understand, break the question, understand the question idea, as well as understand what type of question is it. So depending upon the question type, we'll be approaching the passage for the answer. Once you get the answer, what you will be doing, you come and compare your answer, the shadow answer, with the options given. Okay. So when you are comparing the options, how your options will be? If at all you misread the passage, that one option will look very correct. There will be one attractive option which will be looking very, very, very correct. Okay. That attractive option you should always be careful about. That means even like when you people do any test, okay, there will be one options which says you pick me, you pick me. Be very careful. Double check that. Okay. Why? Many times, so when we misread the passage, we may feel that, oh, this can be the correct thing. Be aware of that. So another option is what? Partially. Okay. Correct. Partially correct it is. So that means what? Almost sometimes you will get the option which is 90% correct, 10% there will be minute different. Even that minute difference, we cannot take it. Okay, remember, eliminate that. We need to, whatever our shadow answer is, so our answer should match 100% with that shadow answer. Only that can be our right answer. So partially correct answer also, please omit it. Then, so correct answer, one will be there. One will be contradictory, which you people will be easily omitting. That we know. That means it will be opposite to the idea. Then, so we'll be having something which is completely off the topic. That won't be related to the topic only. Okay. So therefore, what? So with that also goes out. Okay. So therefore, if you really take it, there is not only one right answer. The remaining are potentially close to being right. That means what? All the answers that we have, some or the other way, they try to show you that they are correct. But how they will be in this manner. So be very mindful when you're, that is the reason we say you people need to have the a shadow answer before even you look at the options. And why we say not to look at the option immediately after reading the question? Because immediately after reading the question, if you look at the options, you will forget what is the question. And even if you forget little bit about the question also, what happens? You end up so understanding something else, and you end up picking wrong answer here. That's the reason our question idea should be pristine in your mind. So hence what you need to do, immediately after reading the question, get back to the passage, find the shadow answer, and from the shadow answer you come and compare with your option. So the option that matches 100% correct, so that should be your main answer. Okay, so this is what we people have the theory all about our reading thing. Okay, now, so in our next class we will be talking about what is that, so how we are going to solve each of this. See, first question only inference question, specific detailed question. So we will be doing so these questions so tomorrow practically in our class. Okay guys, so now tell me, so any doubts with regards to these theoretical part? And this theory was very very important. Why? Because without this we cannot proceed, or we cannot do well on our reading comprehensions. So any doubts guys? No doubts? Okay, I guess no doubts. So, admin, you can just carry on.
Thank you, ma'am. Also, I have shared the official Telegram link on the chat box, as well as the other links of our Telegram channel. If you have any other doubt, you may ask now. Thank you.